BSE Limited, the first ever stock exchange in Asia, established in 1875, is an institutional brand and is synonymous with the capital market in India. Its S&P BSE Sensex is the benchmark equity index that reflects the health of the Indian economy. It has been a pioneer in several areas over the decades and has many firsts and key achievements to its credit. In early 1850s, the venue of the stock exchange broker meetings used to take place in natural environs, under banyan trees, in front of the town hall, etc. In 1874, the brokers found a permanent place and one that they could quite literally call their own. The new place was aptly called Dalal Street or Broker Street.
BSE is Asia's oldest stock exchange and one of the top 10 stock exchanges amongst the world. It also rates today the fastest stock exchange with 6 microsecond response times. We are more than 5,500 companies listed on us with a market cap of more than 1.6 trillion US dollars, which makes us also the largest listed companies on a stock exchange. Today, the entire stock exchange runs on technology which is fully automated. The importance of automation cannot be undermined, and that's the biggest challenge that one faces to run a stock exchange. It's not only one system, there are multiple systems that one has to engage and keep working. When you give a response times of 6 microseconds, it is very, very important that all the processes which run and talk to each other are fully automated. And we were looking at some solutions where we could do a lot of automation in our day-to-day operations. Our basic challenges were basically when we used to do manual operations, the chances that we can go wrong sometimes could be high. In order to reduce that probability of any errors, we took a basic stand that everything has to be fully automated, right from the first step to the last step that takes place during the entire operation cycle. That is where we started looking at vendors and solutions, and we came across and we selected Perpetuuiti Solutions, and we worked closely with their Ops-Central and Continuity Patrol. Both have been given us very good results. We have been using Ops-Central for our daily BOD operations, end of day operations, and it's a fully automated process where the biggest advantage that we are seeing here, it's an error-free environment. There are no errors, and every process is audited and logged. This also helps us in our compliance audits. In future, it will help us to take more processes without any additional human interventions. This also helps us in taking more jobs at the same time. So our productivity has increased multifold because of this particular software being put in place. Earlier, we faced problems with executions of completing all our BOD processes in time, since it was scattered across multiple systems and across multiple servers. So for any human, and there's a large team of people doing the BOD operations, and to synchronize and everybody working correctly, it used to take us a long time, and basically people were not comfortable doing it, and the chances, we were always worried that at any point in time, if anybody makes a mistake, the entire cycle had to be restarted. Similarly, we had a three-way data center. So when you were doing a failover of a data center from primary to secondary, we had major challenges because it was not only one system, and we had more than 50 application systems. And when you have to failover all the systems to a DR side. And this was one of the biggest challenges which we faced, putting up everything in sync and failing it over. It used to take us hours for us to fail over earlier. It did happen, but again, there was a humongous amount of manpower involved, and challenges to make it fail over accurately was a very big challenge for us. We wanted a solution which could simplify all these things. We were looking at basically how do we automate these processes of daily BOD and make it quite simple. Our major challenge was we wanted a single dashboard to give us everything. At the same time, we had the system which were GUI based. That means they were all graphical Windows based. So where you used to move the mouse and click certain things to start the operations. And there are certain applications which used to happen with the command line. And we needed solutions which could do both of them simultaneously, seamlessly, at the same time showing in the same dashboard. We looked at some other solutions. Some solutions could do only the text-based BOD but not able to do the Windows-based operations. Hence, we finally selected on the Ops-Central of Perpetuity. Similarly, we were also looking at a solution which would help us in simplifying our disaster recovery management solution or the BCP plans. And we wanted a solution which could monitor an end-to-end solution from where we fail over, it should actually shut down the primary site, fail over to the DR site, and then bring up the DR site. And this involved automation and end-to-end within the operating system, database, application, network, storage, and replication. And we were looking at basically any intelligent solution which understands all the interdependencies and works with in a particular sequence automatically and gives us an output or a log where we are quite sure that what steps have happened, what has gone correctly, what has not gone correctly. So, and it also we were looking at something which would give us a business impact analysis. If this does not work out, what would be the impact? So all these things we were trying to look at, and we saw this available in the solution which was called Continuity Patrol of Perpetuity, and we thought this was a great tool which has helped us. We started using the tool, and once we started using it, the ease with which we could fail over was seen by the management, seen by the teams, and more after repeated use of a couple of times, people have now become confident of failing over to a DR in a very, very short time. Our RTOs and RPOs have drastically reduced. What we used to take 4 or 5 hours to fail over, we can now confident that we can fail it over within less than 30 minutes. So this is a very big difference from a compliance standpoint and from a regulatory and the market participants that we have been able to achieve because we started using these automation tools.
We approached various vendors in the market to check what they had in store. We also conducted proof of concept with different vendors. We found the Perpetuity solution to meet all our technical requirements. Solutions that is Ops-Central for the automation of end of the day and the begin of the day operations, and data center recovery automatic process from Continuity Patrol. Both are the features of Perpetuity, and it suffices the requirement.
The other very major important product for us is where we use our DR solutions, that is what they call as Continuity Patrol. In a stock exchange environment, it's very, very important that the DR sites, disaster recovery sites, come up automatically. To fail over in a disaster scenario, it's one of the most complex exercises in the world, and not very many companies do actually perform these live drills or live DR scenarios. Most people do only test because they do not have the tools to fail over in an automated fashion. What BSE has done is it has demonstrated multiple times by the use of the Continuity Patrol tool that we were successfully able to do our live DR drills from our DR site at least on 5 occasions in this particular year. This was not possible earlier because the RTO and the RPO parameters are too stringent, and it was a humongous task and a huge manpower required to fail over from a PR to DR. With this tool, we have reduced to hardly a couple of people who can manage the entire switchover. Hence, it's again given us a help not only in saving time but also in saving manpower cost. And the most important, it's always been accurate. We have never failed in a failover scenario once you started using the tool. So it gives us the assurance that to the country and to the regulators and to the investors that whenever the failover happens, it is very, very seamless, and the customers don't even know what they are operating from a DR side. This tool has helped BSE to a large extent to maintain the credibility what we wanted in the market and successfully been using it. So I can say with the combination of both the Ops-Central and the automation of the DR processes, our all processes have gone up at least by 4 times faster, and the main important thing is it's become error-free on a daily basis. So we are very comfortable doing our operations with these tools.
Perpetuity is a global enterprise software products company focused on building software products that help organizations increase productivity and efficiency through automation for on-premises or cloud deployments. Founded in 2011, Perpetuity quickly established itself as an innovative player in this segment. Since inception, the company and its products have been receiving industry recognitions by leading global analysts, forums, and entities.